Ever feel like no matter how hard you try, your day slips away in a blur of endless tasks and distractions? I was there too. That's why I spent a year devouring 23 productivity books, from timeless classics like Atomic Habits by James Clear to modern no-nonsense guides like The Subtle Art of Not Giving a Fuck by Mark Manson. What did I learn? That productivity isn't about copying every hack. It's about finding a system that works uniquely for you. In this video, I'm breaking down 6 powerful lessons. Each lesson tackles a common productivity hurdle, gives you actionable strategies, and naturally segues into the next big idea. So grab a cup of coffee, sit back, and let's take a deep dive into the art of getting stuff done. Lesson 1. Build systems, not just goals. I used to be obsessed with setting big goals. I'll lose 20 pounds. I'll read 50 books this year. But as I discovered in Atomic Habits by James Clear, the issue isn't the goal itself. It's the lack of a consistent system to reach it. Think of a goal as the destination on a map. Without a clear route, you're just wandering aimlessly. So how do you create a system? Start by breaking down your goal into simple, repeatable actions. Instead of read more, set aside a specific time, like 20 minutes before bed, where reading becomes as natural as brushing your teeth. This approach minimizes decision fatigue because you've automated the process. For instance, I wanted to write more regularly. Instead of forcing myself to write pages every day, I set a rule. I write 1 page each morning right after breakfast. Over time, that 1 page turned into a habit that eventually evolved into longer sessions and, eventually, a blog. But even with a solid system in place, I quickly learned that not every action is equally valuable. This leads us to the next challenge, knowing which tasks are truly important. Lesson 2. Focus on the vital few, the 80-20 approach. We often pride ourselves on being busy. Yet, as insights from The Organized Mind by Daniel J. Levitin reveal, 80% of your results come from just 20% of your efforts. Being busy isn't the same as being productive. Every morning, ask yourself, what's the one task today that will move me forward the most? This is your 20% task. Focus on it wholeheartedly. Write it down, schedule it as a priority, and ignore the rest until it's done. This approach minimizes the noise and helps you zero in on what truly matters. For example, when I was building my side business, I discovered that strategic planning and creative brainstorming were the keys to growth. Administrative tasks, while necessary, were draining my energy without adding much value. I started batching those low-impact tasks for later, preserving my peak hours for high-impact work. Once you've identified and prioritized your vital tasks, the next challenge becomes managing the fuel that drives them, your energy. Lesson 3. Manage your energy, not just your time. Time is often seen as our most valuable resource, but here's the truth. If you're exhausted, even the best plan falls apart. Books like Feel Good Productivity by Ali Abdaal and Deep Work by Cal Newport made me rethink the old adage time management. It's really about energy management. Start by identifying your natural energy cycles. Are you a morning person or do you hit your stride in the afternoon? Track your energy for a week. Note when you feel most alert, when you hit that slump, and plan your tasks accordingly. Tackle the most challenging tasks during your peak energy and reserve simpler routine tasks for your lower energy periods. I found that my creativity peaked early in the day. I started scheduling deep work sessions for writing or strategic thinking right after breakfast. When the mid-afternoon slump hit, I took a short walk or practiced a quick meditation instead of chugging another coffee. These small changes led to a huge boost in productivity and overall well-being. Even with your energy optimized, distractions can still derail your productivity. That's why the next lesson is all about building better focus. Lesson 4. Mastering focus, your superpower against distractions. Let's face it, our world is designed to distract. From constant phone notifications to the lure of social media, staying focused can seem like an uphill battle. But as I learned from Deep Work, and even parts of The Organized Mind, focus is not just a skill, it's a superpower. One effective method is time boxing. Block off chunks of time where you commit to deep, uninterrupted work. For example, decide that from 9 to 11 a.m., you'll focus solely on your most important task. Then schedule a break and then return for another focused session. I used to get sucked into the endless scroll of social media. Instead, I designated specific distraction windows. For example, 10 minutes after a focused session, where I'd check notifications, respond to messages, or even take a mental breather. By scheduling these breaks, I reduced the urge to multitask and maintained a clearer head during my work periods. With focus sharpened, the next piece of the puzzle was rethinking our approach to productivity itself, slowing down to work smarter rather than faster. Lesson 5: Embrace slow productivity and mindfulness. We've been conditioned to believe that more is better, more tasks, more hours, more hustle. But sometimes less is indeed more. Cal Newport's ideas on slow productivity and Insights from the Power of Habit by Charles Duhigg taught me that quality triumphs quantity. It's not about packing your day with tasks, it's about giving each task your full, undivided attention. Slow productivity isn't about moving slowly, it's about moving mindfully. It's about creating space in your day to think deeply, reflect, and produce quality work. Start by designing your day with intentional breaks, clear priorities, and realistic expectations. Instead of multitasking, focus on one thing at a time and savor the process. I began practicing mindfulness techniques like short meditation sessions and reflective journaling. These practices didn't slow me down. In fact, they helped me work more efficiently and with less stress. The more mindful I was, the more creative and effective my work became. But even with a mindful pace, sometimes the pressure to perform and please everyone can weigh you down. Bonus lesson: the art of not giving a f and cultivating discipline. Here's a reality check. You can't please everyone and you shouldn't try. The Subtle Art of Not Giving a F by Mark Manson was a game changer. It taught me that being productive isn't just about doing more, it's about doing what matters most. In other words, learn to let go of the unnecessary. This mindset shift works hand in hand with discipline. Books like The Power of Discipline by Daniel Walter, and even classic advice from How to Win Friends and Influence People, remind us that strong boundaries and clear priorities are key. When you decide what isn't worth your time, you free up the space to focus on what really counts. Start by listing your core values and long-term goals. Next, evaluate each task and request through that lens. If it doesn't align, give yourself permission to say no. This might mean turning down a project, skipping a meeting, or even ignoring that email that isn't urgent. Over time, this selective approach not only boosts your productivity, but also protects your mental well-being. This bonus lesson isn't just an add-on, it's the culmination of everything we've covered. When you build systems, focus on the 20% that truly matters, manage your energy, eliminate distractions, and embrace a mindful pace, you create a powerhouse of productivity. And by learning not to give a f about the trivial, you preserve your focus for what's most essential. Here's the blueprint I pieced together from a year-long journey through 23 productivity books. Build systems, transform goals into actionable habits, prioritize with the 80-20 rule, identify the tasks that really move the needle, manage your energy, schedule tasks around your natural rhythms, master your focus, use techniques like time boxing to protect your attention, embrace slow productivity, work mindfully and sustainably, let go of the unnecessary, cultivate discipline by focusing only on what matters most. I hope these lessons inspire you to rethink your approach to productivity. If you're looking to dive deeper and read the books yourself, check out the links in the description for all the books that influenced my journey. I'd love to hear your thoughts. Drop a comment below on which lesson resonates with you the most, or share your own productivity tips. And if this video helped you even a little bit, tap that like button so YouTube knows I'm kind of cool, and subscribe for more productivity tips, and I'll see you in the next one.